Hello and welcome back to Drama Investigator. Before we get into today's investigation, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I post the tea. Nikki Tutorials recently got robbed in her own home. All four of the perpetrators unfortunately fled and got away. According to this translated article, it states, the house of YouTube star Nikki Tutorials, located in Uden, has been broken into around 4 p.m. At least 3 robbers entered the house. They threatened the residents, most likely with and left with an unknown loot. According to the police, one of the residents suffered from superficial injuries. It's not clear whether this is about Tutorials herself or her fiancé. The perpetrators left in a beige car after the robbery, headed to the highway A50. The police sent out a local message. There's at least 3 perpetrators wearing hoodies and had a tinted skin colour. People who see them should not take action but call 112, the Dutch 911. Tutorials lives in a country house she bought in 2017. Nikki had then tweeted this. Earlier today, one of my biggest nightmares became reality when we got robbed under point at our own home. Dylan and myself got a but physically we're okay. Mentally, it's a whole other story. I'm writing this message for now to let you know that we are okay and safe. Thank you for understanding as I take the next couple of days to myself. So what are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments. Now in more news, James Chihuahua and Manny MUA are jealous. This is exactly how Dramageddon 2.0 started. Throwback to when Jeffree Star got jealous that James Chihuahua's career was taking off and that he was making more bank with Morphe than Jeffree was. So Jeffree subsequently tried to end his career. Well, that backfired because Jeffree's now cancelled thanks to Carmageddon, and James is back in the spotlight. But how long can a James Chihuahua stay out of drama for? I'll let you take a wild guess on that one. So yesterday, Moochie Gucci Manny MUA and James Chihuahua shaded Alicia Keys, who is launching her own beauty line. The reason for shading her was because for years she's been known for her no makeup looks. So of course James and Manny got jealous because they thought it was a makeup line she was launching, and they were all like, you can't do that if you don't even wear makeup. Turns out it's actually a skincare line with e.l.f. she's launching. And according to this article, it states there are certain beauty brands that automatically have our attention when they launch new products. e.l.f. is definitely one of them, and there are a few musicians that command the same instant attentiveness when they announce a new project, like legendary Alicia Keys. So imagine our surprise, delight, and outright excitement when we learn that the award-winning singer-songwriter will be teaming up with the affordable cosmetics company for a new skincare line. So now it looks hella awkward on James and Manny MUA's behalf, and their jealousy is just radiating through everyone's computer screens. So awkward. This is what James had tweeted yesterday. People who do not wear makeup should not be coming out with makeup brands, but that's just my opinion. Moochie Gucci Manny MUA had said, does anyone else get slightly irritated when celebs come out with entire makeup lines? Especially when those celebs don't even wear makeup. I'm like, girl. Now for a while, people were speculating that it was actually Selena Gomez that the pair were shading, because Selena is launching her own makeup line next month. However, Manny MUA clarified yesterday that it wasn't in fact Selena he was shading. He had tweeted, see, with Rihanna and Kylie, I get it though. They're glam girls, they wear makeup. They're known for their makeup, so I can see that. But some other people, I'm like, huh? A fan had said, so you shading Selena Gomez, huh? Selena? I would never. I actually love her. Does that mean you'll try her makeup? Of course, her team already hit me up to send me the new goodies. I'm excited to try them. Another fan believed that James was referring to R0BB3RS, but James had cleared this up under his tweet stating that he can't wait to try it. One of James's fans had said, Selena Gomez is neighbours with James Charles. Watch him go over to her house to ask if he could do her makeup for a YouTube video to promote her new beauty line while also promoting his. Meanwhile, other fans believe that James too was shading Selena with his recent tweet. Imagine trying to drag her down by promoting how important is mental health, plus she didn't attend a party in the middle of a pandemic. Just saying, learn from her 1 or 2 things, like how to be a good role model, for example. On R0BB3RS's Instagram page they said, what is the Rare Impact Fund? We created the Rare Impact Fund to help tackle the epidemic of chronic loneliness by helping people gain access to mental health services and support, with a focus on underserved communities. Now James also cleared up speculation that he was subtweeting about the JEAL0US, who are his new biffles that recently launched a collab with Morphe. In an Insta comment he had said, why would I be shading one of my own friends? LMAO. OMG, y'all want drama so bad. And then of course Manny MUA had to also clear up that he wasn't shading the JEAL0US. A fan had tweeted at him saying, this is debatable. I wouldn't mind someone being the face of the brand, like Charlie and Dixie being the face of Morphe too, because it directs towards the younger audience. But creating your own makeup brand is very different. Oh, being the face of something is so different than having your own brand. Just say you're afraid of competition and go. Competition? I ain't competing with no one but myself, but I can smell a cash grab a mile away. anyway. So the verdict fans came to was that James and Manny were referring to Alicia Keys, because as we can see here, Trend Mood had posted this to their Instagram. Wow, we are shook. Look who is coming out with a beauty brand. So a day later, James and Manny Mooch knew that they had been called out, decided, oh, I don't really want to be in another drama this year, better apologise, and so they both did. James had tweeted, Alicia Keys. Yesterday I posted a subtweet about how I thought some celebrities shouldn't launch makeup lines. It was about Alicia Keys. A few years ago, she announced that she no longer would wear makeup, so I was bothered because many celebrities come into the beauty space as a cash grab without any actual passion and then leave. I deleted the tweet after a few mins because it's childish to indirect tweet someone, and I'm not the gatekeeper of makeup. Anyone should be able to secure their bag, and it's not up to me which brands people should or shouldn't support. I'm now glad that I did delete it because after reading further, I learned that the beauty line is skincare. This was my mistake and I should have read more before tweeting, because literally who better to talk about keeping your skin clear without makeup? Regardless of my intention with my tweet, it ended up being a microaggression tweet against someone I respect, so to Alicia Keys I owe a direct apology. I'm sorry. It wasn't my place to gatekeep this industry. I can't wait to support and try out the products, and I know the brand will be worth $1 billion in a few years. Manny Mooch had apologised, stating, in regards to my tweet yesterday, hey guys, so yesterday I tweeted that I get slightly irritated when large celebs create cosmetic lines, when they don't wear tons of makeup, because I saw the news that Alicia Keys is releasing a beauty line. I only tweeted because I know that she stopped wearing makeup years ago, but I should have researched more to discover that she was working with e.l.f. Cosmetics to develop skincare. I get defensive of the beauty community because so many celebrities only come out with cosmetics lines as a cash grab. I shouldn't have jumped the gun. And regardless, I know I'm not the be-all end-all voice of makeup. Anyone can create what they want to create. That's the beauty of our community. I apologise to those who are upset with my tweet, and to Alicia Keys for being so quick to make a judgment. There is room and space for everyone in this community. So if you thought fans approved of these apologies, boy are you wrong. Here was a popular thread seen under James's apology. James Charles, you aren't all that. Don't start this attitude that got you hated on pre-Dramageddon 2. Stop being full of yourself. This is a reminder of when you threw a fit, because another beauty guru was chosen over you by Netflix to do a beauty documentary. James, you are not the beauty guru. You're a beauty guru like many out there. You did not invent makeup or the art of makeup. You don't get to decide who can come up with a makeup line and who can't. This is the highest form of gross delusional pomposity on your part. You do not arrogate powers that you don't have to yourself. The worst of all this is that you are a clout-chasing hypocrite. You only care for clout and not truth. The Amelia girls really wear makeup, and yet they are coming out with a line supported fully by you. You're all over them, kissing their asses and calling them your best friends. You also pointed out that you are not referring to them. Oh really? Shows what a hypocrite you are, and nothing more. You want to come for others, but the Amelios is a family, right? James, don't start what you can't finish. Sis, don't go back to that horrible, nauseated attitude that got you heavily disliked then. For if you do, you will get the same result. The mere fact that you call out those you don't need for clout and protect those you need for same act shows your so-called growth is shallow. James, you're not the arbiter of makeup. The same right you have to create a makeup line is the same right others have. It's up to the public to decide what they buy, not your pompous ass. No one questions your right to be in the makeup industry. Why are you questioning the right of any woman or anyone to be in the beauty industry? The industry is vast and can accommodate all. Why are you bothered? Do you want to inherit the whole earth? James, respect yourself. You go back to old James and you'll get the old James treatment. James then went through and liked all the comments on Twitter that were supporting him, like this one, which again shows he couldn't care less about his snarky tweets about Alicia Keys. James Charles and Manny speaking on what almost everyone thought was a makeup line from Alicia Keys isn't really that big of an issue to me, seeing as e.l.f. didn't make it clear and she's spoken on not wearing makeup. It wasn't a race issue, it was a clarification issue from my point of view. Let me make it clear, black-owned skincare is few and far between, so this is a plus. However, I don't think these tweets should be considered a microaggression when the root of the issue was not motivated, even subconsciously it seems, by race. So James actually followed Alicia Keys before his jealous tweet surfaced, but then he unfollowed her, and then after he apologised, it shows that Alicia still follows him. He clearly needs to be more respectful of others who want to launch into the beauty space, because newsflash, he's not the only one who loves makeup and skincare. Now, it's also hella interesting that Jeffree Star liked James's shady tweet referring to Alicia Keys. Like, why is Jeffree still trying to insert himself into drama, let alone look like he's trying to befriend James through liking his tweets? Literally a few months ago, Jeffree was on one of Keemstar's podcasts making claims about James, dragging James's character with no evidence that was substantial. Maybe Jeffrey thinks that because he apologised to James, people won't think anything of him liking James's tweets. Definitely a sneaky PR move here. The competitiveness in this industry is sickening. Let me know your thoughts on all this in the comments.